So incomplete records, from the name itself, you should understand that there is something missing in the accounts, right? Okay. So we
Mhm.
have to somehow fill it, right? Okay. So what happens is that either something has happened into our business, okay, or for some reason we were not able to record something, okay. So that
Mhm.
way there are incomplete records. That is the opposite of complete records. Understood? Okay.
Mhm.
So there are four methods in which we deal this. Okay. So the first
Mhm.
method is using the accounting equation. All right. So we have the accounting equation. So using the accounting equation, we'll just a moment. Okay. So using the accounting equation, we'll correct the accounts. All right. Or
Mhm.
then we'll use a balancing figure approach. That is by using the ledger entries and taking whatever accounts whatever details that we could, we're going to find the balance and find the incomplete record. Clear?
Mhm.
Or using a cash bank balance summary. Clear?
Mhm.
Or the last resort is by using the percentages. That is markup and margin. Okay. So for
Mhm.
markup and margin, we need the other equation, that is the amount given divided by into what to find divided by what is given. Remember that thing.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're going to
Mhm.
start with accounting equation. All right. So accounting
Mhm.
equation is something that you studied in your third chapter, right? Asset is equal to equity plus liability, right?
Mhm.
Okay. But the
Mhm.
assets, I'm going to say assets as a total assets. Remember, when we studied equity and liabilities, sorry, when we studied about assets, when we studied FS, remember that we have assets here, right? And we have non-current asset, current asset, right? And
Mhm.
after that, you have total assets, right?
Mhm.
And then you have got equity and liabilities, right?
Mhm.
Right? And in
Mhm.
that, we have share capital, share premium, right? Retained earnings and other reserves and stuffs, right? After that, we have non-current liability. We have current liability, right? And then we have the total of equity and liabilities, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So
Mhm.
after that, what I told you was if we did everything right, this one would be equal to this one, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you can actually split the equation, right? So in a way, you can say that this total assets is equal to total of all of these things, right? Because it
Mhm.
gets tallied, right? So
Mhm.
same way, you can say that total asset is equal to share capital plus retained earnings plus other reserves plus total liabilities. Understood? We can just change
Mhm.
the equation. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, in most of the cases, closing retained earnings won't be given. Clear. So we have an equation for closing retained earnings, that is opening retained earnings. I'll just rewrite this, all right? So it is called as opening retained earnings. Okay.
Mhm.
Opening retained earnings plus whatever P&L amount that we have for the year. Okay. Minus any dividends that are being paid. Clear. It can be a proposed dividend. It can be something dividend that we have decided upon, but we have not yet paid. Clear. Okay. So this is the equation. Understood?
Mhm.
Clear, no?
Mhm.
Mm. Understood, no? Okay.
Mhm.
So in your test of understanding one, you have got the statement of Andy Carp Corporation. at 31st December 2008 shows the following balances. I'll just keep it, okay? Shows the following balances. They have got non-current assets 10,000, current assets 3,400, right? Share capital
Mm-hmm.
100, non-current liabilities 21,500, current liabilities 1,700. The sales, purchases, and expenses records of Andy Corp Company Andy Corp Company were unfortunately destroyed. See, the accounts got destroyed, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
directors need help to estimate the net profit for the year. So they need to find the net profit for the year. Clear? The directors have informed you that the retained earnings of the entity at the 31st December 2007 was how much?
7,350.
7,350. Clear? So that is
Mm-hmm.
being given to you. From this, what you can find is you can actually find closing retained earnings. Understood? So already you know total asset is equal to NCA plus CA, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is equal to share capital, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus share premium, if any. In this case, there is no share premium, so we are going to skip it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus closing retained earnings plus NCL plus CL, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So here,
Mm-hmm.
how do we take this? 10,000 plus 3,400, right? Is equal to 200 plus 2,100 plus 1,700. Understood? Okay. And the one that is missing is closing retained earnings. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So if you bring all of these into the left side, right? So closing retained earnings would be equal to closing RE is equal to 10,000 plus 2,100, okay, minus 200 minus, sorry, 10,000 plus 3,400, right? Are you there? It is just simple basic maths. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Minus 200 minus 2,100 minus 1,700. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Clear, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is equal to what something. Okay, 9,400. Understood? So that is our answer. Okay, no?
Mm-hmm. What is the profit and the growth and the
They've asked, sorry, that is not our answer. Sorry, 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 sorry. 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 We have got the closing retained earnings, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the above equation, what did we study? Closing retained earnings is equal to, okay, opening retained earnings
Mm-hmm.
plus profit and loss for the year minus
Nice.
dividend paid, right?
Yeah.
This is the
Mm-hmm.
equation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So here we have found out the closing retained earnings, right?
Mm-hmm.
We already know the opening retained, we don't, that is, we know the opening retained earnings from the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
This year retained earnings is current year opening balance, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
got the previous year retained earnings, so that is the current year opening balance.
7,350.
Understood? So 7,350. Is there any details regarding dividends paid given? No, right? So we're going to assume that there was no dividend. Clear? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the remaining is P and L, right?
Mm-hmm.
Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So when you take the equation here and there, what is the answer? The answer is equal to PNL is equal to 9400 minus 7350, right? So 2050, sorry. So 2050 is our answer. How do you remove the highlight? I don't know. Okay. So anyhow, our answer is 2050. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no? So this is the equation method where you're going to take all the formulas and apply and find the answer. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Next is ledger account balancing approach. So here we simply take the corresponding ledger accounts in order to find the balance. Understood? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if we have the receivables account, what do we have to find? Maybe the credit sales. Okay. Maybe the receipt from the credit customers. Whatever is given in the question, you have to find that. Clear? And from the
Mm-hmm.
payables account, you can find credit purchases or payment that are being paid to the suppliers. Clear? From cash at bank, you can actually find the drawings that are being made in the year, or you can find the money that was stolen. Clear? And if
Mm-hmm.
it comes to cash in hand, you can find the cash sales or cash that are being stolen. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want you to copy down all of these formats. That is cash at the bank ledger account, cash in hand, total receivables, total payables. Okay. I'm gonna pause
Mm-hmm.
this.
Okay.
We have here cash at bank ledger. Okay. So the basic idea is the same. Whatever increases cash would go on the debit side. Whatever decreases cash would go on the credit side. Clear? As
Mm-hmm.
as we have studied. Okay. But the
Mm-hmm.
twist is, if in the question they say that it's an overdraft, then you're going to start your balance brought forward from the credit side. Understood? That's it. That is just the difference there is. Clear? Now,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of cash in hand as well, the same thing applies. All the increases in cash on the debit side, all the decreases in cash on the credit side. Okay? Clear, no?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, in terms of total receivables as well, whatever increases receivables would go on the debit side, whatever decreases it goes on the credit side. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, payables, it's group two in nature. So, whatever increases would go on the credit side, whatever decreases would go on the debit side. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see. TYU2, receivables. Okay. So receivables at the start of the accounting period for Rubble's business were 30,000, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
receivables were, just a moment. So the receivables were 30,000. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
There were total receipts from the customers of 55,000, of which 15,000 were related to cash sales, right? So there is a total receipt of 55,000, and out of that 15,000 is cash sales. So that means the remaining amount would be the credit sales. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And 40,000 related to receipts from receivables. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no? So out of the 55,000, 15,000 is cash sales and
Yeah.
40,000 is credit sales. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
And there were contras with payables in the year amounting to 3,000 that were contras. Okay, and closing balance of the receivable is 37,000. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you are asked to find the total sales. Understood? So for
Mm-hmm.
total sales, the simple equation is total sales is equal to, can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Cash sale plus credit sale. Clear? That is
Mm-hmm.
the goods that we sell for cash and the goods that we sell for on credit. Clear? Okay. So in this case, I'm just going to take everything that is being given here. You have taken the opening balance. Clear? Okay. And then you have been said that the total receipts from customers amounting to 40,000 is there, right? Okay. 40,000 related to receivables that was received from the customers, credit customers, right? So that is 40,000 here. Understood? Receipts means what? Receipts means you got the cash, right? So out of the receipts, what is the receipts that is applicable to receivables? Only the credit sales. Clear? And they have already told the receipts from receivables is 40,000. So it decreases the receivables account. So you're going to take it on the credit side. Understood? Clear, no? Are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, from here, okay. And they have told you there is a contra entry. So, you know, contra entry for receivables goes on the credit side because it reduces receivables, right? So, 3,000 went on the credit side. Clear, no? And you already know the balance carried forward because it is given to you at the end of the year. The closing receivable is 37,000. Understood? Understood, no? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're going to take the usual thing. Okay. You're going to total things down. Okay. And the balancing figure would be the credit sales. Understood? Okay. Now, you know that total sale is equal to cash sale plus credit sale, right? Okay. So this would be equal to what was the amount that is for credit sales that is in your question? 40,000, right? Was it 40,000? How much was the credit sales? Sorry, the credit sales that you took was 50,000, right? That is the balancing figure. So plus in the question, it is already being given to you. The cash sale is 50,000. Understood? Clear now? Understood,
50.
Elvira?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Recording. I'll just
It
revise
was
it.
not recording?
No, 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 no. I'll just revise it again. Where were we? This one. I'll just revise it. Okay. Test your understanding to this one. Okay. TYU2. So TYU2, in the question, if you read carefully, they have given you the opening balance 30,000. Okay. They have separately told you that the total received from customers. Receipt means you have got some cash. Clear? So the receipts were 55,000. Out of that, 15,000 is the cash sales and 40,000 is receivables. Clear? So you're concerned with receivables, right? So in your account, you're going to take that. And they have also given you that there were a contrast of payables amounting to how much? 3,000. Okay. And the closing receivable is 37,000. Understood? When you open the account, the balance brought forward would go on the debit side, right? And credit sales as of now, you don't know. So you're going to leave it at that. For bank, you know 40,000, right? Because it's already given here. Clear? For contra also, it is given here. Okay. And the balance carried forward, that is the closing balance is given there. Clear? You're going to total it down like any other account, and the balancing figure that you get would be the credit sales. Understood? Now you know total sales is equal to how much? How much? Cash sale plus credit sale, right? So from this box, we have got the cash sale. Understood? Okay. So when you have got the cash sale, what do? You're going to take the cash sale plus credit sale, that is 50,000 plus 15,000 in the question that they have already mentioned. The cash sale is 15,000. Okay. So after that, you get the total as 65,000. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to mention here. If I'm not preparing, okay, an account, okay, how do I take this? See, all the debit amounts would be positive. So 30,000 is positive. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
But I got 40,000 from customers. So it's a negative amount. Clear? And
Mm-hmm.
also I paid 3,000 for payables. Sorry, contrasts. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the balance carried forward is 37,000, which is supposed to come on the credit side. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I do this, the amount in total would be the credit sale. Understood? Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no?
Yeah.
So whatever increases would go like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, test your understanding 3. TYU 3. That is the payables. It's also similar question, but the difference is that instead of receivables, it is payables, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
got the opening balance 15,000 here. Okay. And the discount is given to you. Discount reduces the payables amount. So debit side. Okay. You have paid the suppliers 14,000 during the year. So 14,000 is reduced. Clear? The
Mm-hmm.
balance carried forward is given to you. So you're going to take that here. If balance brought forward is here, carried forward would be here. Understood? Opposite.
Mm-hmm.
13,000. And the balancing figure that you get after computing this would be the credit purchases. Okay. And as the previous question, you're going to take total purchase equal to cash purchase plus credit purchase. Credit purchase is here. Okay. And cash purchase is already given to you. Okay. You're going to total them together and find the answer. Clear now?
Mm-hmm.
As for TYU4, you're going to apply, you can take this. You can take this as a T account or you can take this as like this, right? So if you're going to take this a number wise, you're going to assume that whatever increases is a positive amount, whatever decreases is a negative amount. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Understood? So if in the year beginning we have an accruals, we are going to remove it from electricity expenses. So you have taken that as a negative amount. Clear now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And during the year you have got an additional expense of 1,000 electricity, and also you have a payment pending, that is electricity accrued in the year and is 300, right? So you're going to add
Mm-hmm.
that as well. So your final answer is 1050. Clear no?
Mm-hmm.
As for the rent, if it is prepaid, that means you have paid ahead of time. So you're going to add it. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
If it is accrual, you're going to remove it. If it is prepaid, you're going to add it. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
And the rent that has incurred additionally is 2,000, and the prepaid rent included 400 now. So you're going to remove it from this year. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Mm-hmm.
This prepaid is last year's prepaid. That means you are going to realize it this year. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next we have got, what are they telling us? January bankers overdrawn by monthly 67 payments in the year totaled 8536, and on 31st December closing balances 2227, that is positive, right? What were the total receipts for the year? So we need to find total receipts. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So here I'm planning to apply the negative positive amounts. Clear? So
Mm-hmm.
overdrawn means minus 1367, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have paid minus 8536 again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clear? But you have a closing retail positive balance of 22,227, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the balancing figure? Balancing figure is 7676. Clear, no? Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So the total receipts accounts to 7676. Understood, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're going to take it in a box, cash account. So cash account, since it is a negative balance, you're going to take it on the credit side. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
You have to study both ways. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This method is for your MCQs because it is way more easier. This method is for your official purposes. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So balance brought forward as a negative balance. So that is overdrawn. That means you're going to take it on the credit side. Understood, Elvira? Usually
Mm-hmm.
cash comes on the debit balance, right? But
Mm-hmm.
since it is overdrawn, you're going to take it on the credit side.
Okay.
Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Understood?
Yeah.
Now, balance carried forward, they have said that it is a positive balance. So you can't take on the debit side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is balance carried forward would be here. Okay. Since it is a positive balance. Understood? Understood.
Negative.
Since it is a positive balance, if it is a negative balance, it would be here. It would be here. Understood? Only then would it be balance brought forward next year on the opposite side. Clear?
Oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
Understood. You should
Yeah.
not think as a carried forward perspective. Always think from a brought forward perspective. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Understood? Now,
Mm-hmm.
during the year, payments in the year total to 8536, right?
Negative.
So
Credit
this is a
side.
negative amount. It goes on the credit side, right? So bank,
Mm-hmm.
you have maybe you have paid the payables of how much? 8536. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the total amount that you have got? It would be sum of all of these things. Clear? Is there any other thing that is being given to you? No, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take the total receipts. That is the receipts as total of all of these things together. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no?
Yeah. It's last one, right? 12,000.
Let's see. Let's see. It was
Mm-hmm.
TYU 4. What was it? Yeah, all the credit side items negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all the credit side items negative and you get this answer. Clear, no? Okay. Now
It's all, what is this things what we're learning today? It's kind of like,
kind of similar to what we have studied of T accounts. That's all.
no, no, I mean, oh, what is this name of this
Incomplete
calculation?
records.
Huh?
Incomplete records.
Incomplete.
Clear? So test
Mm-hmm.
your understanding. It would be your homework. They have given you cash flow. This is just some COI. Just remember it as a cash account. Clear? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here on 1st January, you have the opening balance that is of 900. And during the year, a cash of 1000 was banked. That means there is no cash in the account. So you're going to credit it. 1000 was paid out as drawings. That is also going to go on the credit side. Clear? And wages of 2000 were paid. That is also going to the credit side. And the cash float at that is the at the end of the year, the cash brought forward is that is the balance carried forward is 1000. Clear? Same thing. Understood?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, illustration 1. Okay, ready? So during the year 31st July 2009, calling company lost some of its accounting data. See, due to virus, they
Mhm.
lost the accounting data. Whilst it managed to reconstruct elements of its FS, it needs some help to determine sales revenue for the year. So there is no sales record, right? The closing
Mhm.
the closing trade receivables is how much on 31st December taken from prior year statement is 98,425. From prior year
Mhm.
statement means in the previous year, if it was the balance, it becomes the current year opening balance. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay, and calculated that the receivables outstanding at 31st July 2009 total to 107,550. Clear?
Mhm.
That is the closing balance. Understood? That is on the 31st. Year end is
Mhm.
31st. Understood?
Mhm.
But the problem is this figure is does not have an adjusted amount of 1,500 for irrecoverable debt. Understood?
Mhm.
The closing receivables, I repeat, the closing receivables does have the balances that includes irrecoverable debt. That is ID, right? So you have to remove it off. Understood?
Mhm.
Clear, no?
Mhm.
This had not been reflected in the list of balances or memorandum. To assist you, one of your bookkeepers performed a bank reconciliation for the year and has calculated that $245,675 was received from customers during the year, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and the cash receipts that you have confirmed is 53,435. Clear?
Mhm.
Okay, the remainder constitutes receipts from credit customers. Okay, so you're going to open the receivables account. Okay, and you have the
Mhm.
balance brought forward, right? This one, clear? 98,425. And in the year, they have already given to you, there is a 1,500 of ID, right? Irrecoverable debt.
Mhm.
Elvira, you're with me? And
Yeah.
irrecoverable debt decreases receivables account. So you're going to credit it. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, they've told you that the closing balance includes irrecoverable debt, right? So, what you're going to do, you're going to deduct 1,500 from it. See? Clear?
Mhm.
Because it must not include ID. Otherwise, the accounts is wrong, right? Because you won't get
Mhm.
1,500 with it, right?
Mhm.
So, you have taken 106050. Clear?
Mhm.
And at the bottom, it is also given to you that, okay, it is given to you that you have received this from customers. That is 245,675, right?
Mhm.
But there is also a twist. Out of that, 53,435 was from cash customers. Clear? That means it's a cash receipt. Understood? It's not from receivables. Understood? So you're going to
Mhm.
deduct that, and whatever amount that you have remaining is your cash receipt from receivables. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay, then the usual thing. In order to find the credit sales, you're going to total both of the columns and you're going to write the big total here, and big total minus small total would give you credit sales. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay. Now the equation is total sales is equal to cash sale plus credit sale. Credit sale you have found out, right? You're going to add cash sale that is being given here to it and you find the answer. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay. So that is also done. Just a moment. Okay, Elvira. Next topic, markup and margin.
It's last one or
Last
we.
one, last one. Okay. So
Mhm.
gross profit margin and markup. Okay. So when you conduct a business, just a moment. Okay. When you conduct a business, it's totally your choice how you're going to take the profits out of it, right?
Mhm.
So there are two types or two methods in which you can calculate profit. The one is gross profit margin, the other is markup. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So gross profit margin means you're going to apply an amount over sales in order to get the profit. Understood? For example,
Mm-hmm.
I have bought an Apple phone for, let's say, $1,000. Okay. And then I decide that out of the thousand, sorry, when I'm going to sell it, I'm going to sell it for 1,500 because I want to have profit. Okay, that is a gross profit margin. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Now, markup means out of the thousand that I have bought the phone for, I intend on getting 200 extra on it. Okay, because the cost plus the profit I want to aim, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The cost plus the profit I want to get. So the total becomes 1,200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The basic equation remains same for both of them. That is, in order to sell something, you need the cost of the asset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're going to take, are you going to sell it for no profit? No, right? So you're going to apply some profit. Clear? So that becomes your sales amount. Understood? Clear now?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, when you're going to sell something, you're going to take the cost. You're going
Mm-hmm.
to add an extra profit because you want to aim it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
That's good.
then ultimately you get the selling price, right? So if I'm
Yeah.
going to sell this phone for $1,200, the 1,000 is my cost, right? And
Yeah.
my profit is 200, and together I sell it for 1,200. Understood?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, no? Now,
Yeah.
the equation remains same, okay? I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say the equation remains same, C plus P equal to S. What changes is S and C. Clear? So in
Mm-hmm.
case of gross profit margin, the whole aim is on sales. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So sales becomes 100 here. Understood, no?
Mm-hmm.
In case of markup, the whole focus goes on cost. Clear? So
Mm-hmm.
cost becomes 100 here. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Understood, no?
Uh-huh.
The rest of the equation is same. That is amount given into what to find divided by what's given. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Elvira?
Mm-hmm.
The equation remains same. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. The example. We'll just start with the example, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have told us the sale is 5,000, cost of sales is 4,000, right? Gross profit is 1,000, okay? And the
Mm-hmm.
margin that they take is 50, 20 percentage, okay? So how
Mm-hmm.
do I calculate amount or markup from it? Sorry, we are not taking this example. Okay. Let's take T by U 7, all right? I'm
Uh-huh.
going to take T by U 7. So for T by U 7, okay. So Pack had sales of 1,000, right? On which a margin of 25 percentage was made. So I've told you if it is a margin, sales becomes 100. We are going to write down the equation. We know cost plus profit equal to sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here we know sales is 100, right? And we know profit is 25 percentage and sales is 100, right? So how much would be cost? Cost would be 75, right?
Mm-hmm.
Understood, no?
Mm-hmm.
We need to find the cost of sales. We need C, right? So amount
Mm-hmm.
given as the sales. Sales is equal to how much have they given us? 1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
The equation remains the same. You need to find the cost of sales. Cost of sales as in cost. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So amount given as 1,000 into what do you need to find? 75, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the cost. Clear? Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Divided by what is given as 100. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So 750 is the answer. Okay, no?
Mm-hmm.
Now, TYU 8. So Lazing McDuff had cost of sales 600. Okay. You're going to do it all by yourself after the class. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lazing McDuff had cost of sales 600. Lazim applied markup. Okay. So markup means the equation remains same, cost plus profit equal to sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is cost? 100 because it is a markup. Clear, no? What is profit? You're going to get 25 percentage profit as markup, right? So equal to together it becomes 125. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
And we have been given this cost of sales equal to how much? 600. So C is given. We need to find the related revenue. That means we need to find the sales. So sales is equal to amount given 600 into what to find is 125, right? Because sale percentage is 125. Clear, no? Divided by what is given as 100. That is cost is given. Clear, no?
Mm-hmm.
Remember my equation? My equation is something that you have to have in your mind for rest of the other papers. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very helpful for 750 again. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Using margin and markup. Now TYU 9. So TYU 9, Longon provides you with the following information. The margin is 15.5 percentage, right?
Mm-hmm.
The opening inventory is 800, closing inventory, purchases, right? So based on the available information, we need to find the sales revenue and the gross profit. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, from here, you have to decide what is your take. So from this available information, you can calculate cost of sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cost of sales is equal to opening inventory plus purchases, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus closing inventory. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So that is equal to opening inventory 800
Yeah.
plus 2840 minus 600, right? Out of that, you got the cost of sales. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have mentioned it as margin, right? So the equation remains same. C plus P equal to S, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to decide what you have to find. So you can find sales, right? So sales is
Mm-hmm.
equal to amount given. That is 3040 you have found out, right? Cost. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Into what do you have to find? You have to find the sales. If it is margin, sale becomes 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Divided by what is given to you. You have been given cost. So that is 95. I'll just write it here. So cost is, you don't know, suppose you don't know cost, but you do know profit is 5 percentage, right? And
Mm-hmm.
together it becomes 100. So what would be cost? 95. Clear, no?
Mm-hmm.
Understood?
Mm.
Okay. Now, so sale is equal to how much? 3200. Clear? Now you're going to prepare the SOPL extract. So under SOPL, you have the sales is equal to this one, right? And
Mhm.
the cost of sales equal to this one, right? Hence,
Mhm.
the gross profit would be equal to this one minus this one. Clear? Understood? No?
Mhm.
Okay. So that's all that they are asking you. Now, missing inventory figures. Test your understanding 10. Okay. Joginder Pratt's business suffered a fire during the year, right? So they suffered a fire during the year. Joginder provided the following information relating to business. They are on margin, right? So sales is 100. Understood?
Mhm.
Sales amount is given to you. Opening inventory 10,000 is given to you. Purchases 82,000. Closing inventory after fire 3,000 is given to you, right?
Mhm.
So from here, first of all, you're going to equate them down. C plus P equal to S, 80 plus 20 equal to 100 because S is always 100. Profit is 20. So cost becomes 80. Understood?
Mhm.
Understood, no?
Mhm.
Okay. So sales, it is already given to you. Okay.
Mhm.
Opening inventory is given to you. Okay. And purchases has been given to you. Closing inventory is also given to you. But what you don't know is how much damage it has cost you, right?
Mhm.
Clear? So what
Mhm.
you do is from the sales, you're going to calculate gross profit. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay. So how do you calculate gross profit? Gross profit is equal to amount given, that is sales 100,000 into
Mhm.
what to find is how much? Gross profit is 20, right?
Mhm.
20 divided by what is given as sales, that is 100. Clear now? So when you do that, you get 20,000, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So from 100,000, how much needs to go in order to get 20,000? 80,000. Clear?
Mhm.
So you've got cost of sales of 80,000. Okay. So all of this amount should total down to minus 80,000. Understood, Elvira?
Mhm.
Okay. So in order
Yeah.
to get 80,000, what do you need? You have already got 100,000, 82,000 here, closing inventory 3,000, right? So how much does it become? That is
20,000.
equal to this one minus, sorry, plus this one minus 3,000 would be how much? 89,000, right? This one, COS becomes 89,000. That is clear?
Mhm. Mhm.
But can we have COS as 89,000? No, right?
Mhm.
Because what we
80.
calculated is 80,000. Understood?
Mhm.
So what do? You're going to deduct 9,000 from it. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay, no?
Mhm.
Clear? And for COS, you're going to take the negative amount of this here because this is a positive amount. You should take it as a negative amount because you deduct COS. Understood?
Mhm.
Clear, no?
Mhm.
Okay. So same way, you have got TYU 11. 11. Okay. So for TYU 11, let's see.
So much.
Yeah, you have to revise, revise, revise.
So much
Yeah,
today.
Dhruva lost all inventory on premises in a fire. Everything is lost. So that means closing inventory is basically zero. The unsigned business insurance policy is still Dhruva's pocket. Dhruva supplied you with the following information. 25% on markup. That means cost is 100. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So this is your base equation. That is C. 100 plus 25 equal to 125. Clear? Sales is already given to you. 10,000 opening inventory given to you. Purchase is given to you. There is no closing stock. Okay. So there is only loss by fire. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is lost. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So from the sales, you're going to find out the gross profit, just like you did last time. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to find the cost of sales. That would amount to 8,000. So whatever happens here should amount to 8,000 in total. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you took the 2,000, 7,500. How much does it become? 9,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order to reach 8,000, what do you need to do? You need to deduct 1,500. So that 1,500 becomes the loss by fire. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
That is just what the question asks. What is to be written off on the inventory? Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. The lesson is over. I'll be uploading the class as soon as I